What's up, guys? Jay Fury here. I just want to do a quick video for all you guys with the Hurricane or your Hurricane clones, trying to get a better vape out of it. Flavor's banging, but I put a single clapton in it. Best build imaginable. It wicks way better. Wicks every time so far. I have it in temperature controlled with stainless clapton build. Temperature control's working perfect. It hits the exact wattage every time I fire it. We're going to go down below. I'm going to show you my build. I'm not going to put it in. I'll give you a tip on how to do it. It's very simple. It fits in there really nice. And I also got a tip on the airflow for this thing. Then we're going to come back up top. I'm going to vape on it, show you how great the vapor production is. And without a doubt, this is the best build that you could put in the Hurricane. So let's go down. So this is it. I'm not going to build it because it's self-explanatory. All it is a single clapton coil. It's not touching anything, as you can see, on either side. The leads are on the bottom. That's important, and not the top. All I did is I used this jig, 2.5 millimeter. What I got there, 6 wraps. All you do is wrap it around 6 times, hold it in there with that jig, you just hold it down, you wrap your leads around your screws on each side, and you tighten it down. Alright? You'll be pleasantly surprised by how this thing is putting out for the Hurricane. It's pretty sick. One other hint I need to mention, if nobody knows this. These screws, if you tighten them down too tight, it's going to give you less airflow. Alright? I just learned this. You need to loosen these a little bit and test it. Like suck through this top hole right here, or suck through one of these side holes and loosen it to where you need to, because there is airflow down in this base that needs to be lined up correctly. That's why I've seen some people doing reviews and they were saying how tight the draw was. It's really not that tight if you get it right, if you get it lined up right. You'll see if you take the deck out, there's 3 little holes on the bottom, and the 2 holes got to line up with the 2 holes in the base of this. And whenever you tighten these screws down too hard, for whatever reason, it makes the draw tighter. Because I had a wide open draw, as you would see in my review, and then I had to fiddle with it earlier, and I tightened these screws down real tight, and I was like, why is my draw so tight? And I loosened them up, loosened the draw back up. So we're going to wick this using this tiny little piece of wick. I'm not even going to roll it up. I'm just going to roll up one end. And that'll be good. I'm going to keep that nice and fluffy. Try and fluff that up a bit. I learned you want this fluffy and with kind of minimal wick, at least for me, and at least with these Claptons. That should wick just fine the way I'm going to do things. Just a little tip, made this video to help you guys out. Show you that you can put something like a Clapton build in here without a doubt. And also about the airflow trick. So I'm going to do this trick that everyone does. Make sure you're nice and fluffy here. You know, bend this up around the screwdriver or whatever and tuck it down like that. Just so it's kind of like a U shape, M shape, S shape, whatever you want to call it. I push it down pretty low. I make sure there's a good bit of room up there so that juice can get in there. And you want to do the same on the other side and then tighten it down. And that's what that should look like. See how there's room at the top? I make sure nothing's coming out so you can see that little edge there. Just try to get this thing to wick as much as possible. I'm going to put some juice on here, go back up top, show you how it's producing, and that's that. Okay guys, let's see how this thing does, alright? My coil's ohming out at 0.51 at 23.5 watts, 500 degrees, and stainless steel 316, the UD coefficient. And this thing's vaping great in temp mode with this stainless steel clapton coil. And whenever I fire it, it's so consistent. Stays right at that 23.5 watts. I'm going to try to show you if you can see that. But let's see what she does. Flavor's intense. It's wicking like crazy. Very warm, hot vape. And that's, from what I hear, the Hurricane, that's rare. I think Clapton's the way to go. I'll never put another kind of coil in here. Airflow is wide open. Getting a complete lung hit. Like I said, do that airflow thing in the bottom with the screws, guys. I like using my shorter tip. I feel like I get a warmer vape. Yeah, it's completely wide. I'm talking full on lung hit, without a doubt. So anybody out there, people who reviewed this thing who thinks it's restrictive, it's not. You just got to line those holes up right and make sure those screws aren't too tight in the bottom. And honestly, this juice I'm vaping is Flawless Aftermath. It's been a while. It's the best that it's ever tasted. Better than in a dripper in this tank. Can't believe it. I mean, that's almost like a breathing lung hit, no joke. The second to largest hole. Even great vapor production there and even better flavor. So if you want, you can bump the wattage up. I don't go too high. I mean, it's a 0.58 build. It's the Hurricane. You don't want to vape too high, but go to 26. I don't want to get burnt hits, so I ain't going higher than that. Who knows? I shouldn't in temp mode, but you never know with a Clapton. Still wicking good. Weak battery, guys. So that's it. Just wanted to show you the Clapton build. Sorry I didn't put it in. I didn't want to mess with it because it's perfect right now. But just wrap that around there. Hold it in with your thumbs. Get all the tension out of the leads. Just tighten that screw down real tight. You'll be fine. 2.5 millimeter will fit in there perfectly. Just make sure it's not touching anything. Hope this helps you guys out to get a better vape out of your Hurricanes and Hurricane clones. Sorry, this is all I can afford right now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about this build or anything else, comment below and I'll definitely answer you back. I'll see you next time.